Did you hear it?
No, I don't know that is yes, asshole at all.
There are people that automatically hear this stuff.
Are you a human spirit?
It said no, which was an answer to a question.
Something dead?
It's saying something.
Oh no, I just thought it was a general roar of disapproval.
This is definitely becoming a matter of interpretation.
To me, it just sounds like little bursts of noise.
What is your name?
What is your name? What is your name?
It says this name almost three times. Matthew.
If you stop once you've said it, and then if you stop listening for it too hard, then you can hear it. I don't know how I should distinguish it. I'm really hearing it and it's really there, or I'm just imagining it.
Well,
you can imagine something very convincingly.
Sure, you can imagine all kinds of stuff.
That's also about being more suggestible as well, potentially, isn't it? That could just be that they're...
Suggestive means it's not there, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Okay?
Or that they're
but
more...
when it is there, then what is it?
Getting a DBT number 9.
Lou certainly possesses an unshakable belief that these are the words of ghosts. But the time has come to question that belief, and I'm a little nervous since I'm not sure how Lou's going to take it.
EVPs are static. I'm like, well, then how the fuck does static talk? How does static say no? How does static say yes? How does static say the fucking person's name?
I've been spending the last few days with ghost hunter Lou Gentile, who's clocked up almost 13,000 hours helping the haunted and possessed of America, without charging a dime. Lou's put a great deal of passion into showing me what he says is actual physical proof of the existence of ghosts.
Literally rose up like this and slammed into the refrigerator.
But for me, there are non-paranormal explanations for much of what I've seen and heard so far.
Bless all the children that shall enter this
And as much as I've come to like Lou, I feel duty-bound to bring these to his attention. Lou bases much of his belief in ghosts on electronic voice phenomena, or EVPs, which he claims are the voices of the dead.
Why do you keep bothering Judy? Why do you keep...
I found someone locally who will give us an impartial and expert opinion on them. And Lou's agreed to meet him.
November the 20th, 2005.
Roger Boyle regularly appears in court cases as an expert witness analysing audio recordings.
Just love to hear from you what your thoughts are on this, if you can take us through your reaction to that as a forensic engineer.
It sounds, to me, more like electronic interference that happened to be picked up by a highly sensitive recorder as a result of radio waves. And I believe you could interpret them as guttural sounds of the voice if you wanted to.
I'll just read this out because it'll be too small for the camera to pick up. It does say on the back, this device must accept any interference received, including interference that may cause undesired operation. So there's a disclaimer on the back.
It's a legal way of getting out of a lot of things.
Yes, that's because interference is a fact of life. It's a physical phenomenon.
It does feel like something's responding because that kind of that growling sound.
That's the recorder circuitry. You pointed out, Lou, that it's a voice-activated recording. It also has an automatic volume control.
So if it's not hearing Lou's voice, it'll bring it up.
Everything up to the same level.
I would say I'm a nut, okay? And
I won't argue with you on that point.
Well, no. See, that's getting disrespectful now, and I've been nice so far, okay? But how do you explain me asking a question and getting a response to that specific question?
I think what we're hearing is snatches of conversation that you're interpreting as might be Joe, somebody from a gravestone. It's not convincing to me that it's spiritual voices.
EVPs are static. I'm like, well, then how the fuck does static talk? How does static say no? How does static say yes? How does static say the fucking person's name? I'm into fucking reality. And if people want to think that the paranormal ain't a part of the reality, they're more than fucking happy to think about that. But bottom line is that there's shit in this world that can't be explained. And it's the truth. Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
It's my final night in Philadelphia. Time for one last EVP session. and a chance to see if Lou's recorder is amplifying radio waves rather than recording the words of the dead.
Beginning of EVP number 1 on October the 17th. Where are we at? October the 17th. Actually, we'll set this like this right now. Set the correct date.
The
October
18th.
17th.
17th, 18th? Where are we? It's the 18th. Anyone know?
It's the 18th.
It's the 18th?
It's the 18th.
All right, let's start this over again so we don't look like ding dongs.
Oh wait, no, it's not. It is the 17th. My bad. Is it?
Yeah, but it's 2 o'clock in the morning now, so... So
It's
it's
the
now the
18th.
18th. It's
Okay,
early in the
we're the
morning of the
18th.
18th.
So now we've established the date, Lou suggests I ask a question of whatever's out there. I think quickly to come up with a worthwhile question.
Can I ask you, just so that we can really distinguish when you're speaking and when you're not speaking, to remain completely silent after this question?
It's not an exact science, but if my question is greeted with silence on the recorder, I'd be more inclined to believe there's an entity that I'm communicating with.